Alright, what's up, guys? We're back with another tier list. I did a tier list yesterday of NFL quarterbacks going into the 2024-2025 season, but I was looking in that video and they had these rookies included, these rookie quarterbacks, and I was thinking, well, I think I could rank these rookie quarterbacks just based on their career trajectory. I think that'd be a fun idea. So I'm just going to rank these guys not based on how they're going to do their first year or their second year or beyond that, but just basically their whole career, how I see it panning out. Because there's a lot of different guys here who I think could have good careers, maybe mid, maybe just terrible, like bust careers. But I'm going to rank it, instead of doing the tier list like I did last time, the S, A, B, etc. I'm just going to do these guys are not rookies. And I'm just doing it based on 12 through 1. So I'm going to make it a little shorter this time. The last one was a little long for my taste. So we're just going to kind of start with number 12. Like who I think will have the worst career out of all of these guys. And if I had to probably guess, I'm gonna go with Devin Leary, who I think that's Devin Leary. I'm just gonna assume it is. If it's not, then whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's just because of the situation that he was put in. He is Lamar Jackson's backup, who I think is a certified Raven for life, and I just don't see a lot of chances for him to start, because if Lamar can actually stay healthy, then I mean he's not coming off the field. So I don't think he was that good in college. I didn't watch a lot of tape on him. I don't think he was terrible. I don't think he was great. He was just kind of and he gets drafted into the NFL, into a team that he's definitely not going to start for unless he plays plays into injury. But even then, I don't know. For a team like the Ravens, I wouldn't imagine them to go with this guy anyways. So that's my only real comment on him. So next on 11, I'm gonna probably put Talia Tagovailoa. I think that's his name, Talia Tagovailoa. He's not actually in the NFL right now. I believe he's playing for the CFL. But the only reason that I'm putting him above Devin Leary, I presume, is because he is Tua's brother. That's literally the only reason. He's literally Tua's brother. That is literally the only reason, and that's the only reason I can justify having that mentor figure. Maybe one day he'll be an NFL player. I could have sworn he was signed to like a practice squad or something, or he had at least he had gone to tryouts. I knew that. I could have sworn he got signed by the Cardinals, but I guess not. So these two, I guess you can interchange. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put him down here just because he's playing in the CFL, but he's got Tua, so that's cool. Next up, let's see, who do we got here? I'm probably going to put Michael Pratt. Again, I think that's who this is. I'm not familiar with that guy either. I know he played for Tulane, I think. Again, I think he's playing, I believe, for the Packers. So he's going to be sitting behind a young Jordan Love, and I don't see any world where they start him and he gets a lot of playing time. We haven't really seen Jordan Love get injured at all. I believe he played the whole year last year. So I don't really see a world where he's starting over Jordan Love, or he's getting a lot of playing time. That's going to lead to a career where he's not seeing the field at all, and he's going to have a pretty shitty career. And after him, I'm going to go with, out of all of these guys, these are the kind of, now we're kind of into like, okay, I like these guys' chances. I'm going to go with Joe Milton as my next guy. And the reason that I'm going to go with Joe Milton instead of one of these other guys like Sam Hartman is because, again, I think obviously they have their guy. They have Drake May. And they also have Jacoby Brissett playing behind or in front of Drake May. So there's, right now, for the first few years, I'm going to say just for his rookie contract, there is no chance that Joe Milton gets any playing time. Beyond that, I think at that point, I'm very high on Drake May. You'll see later in my explanation. I think that he's just going to be a career backup. He's going to be like an Andy Dalton, what he is now. He's going to be like a Jacoby Brissett or a Taylor Heineke. He's not going to be a guy who you want as a starter. So I think he's just going to sit behind. He'll probably be decent. That's the craziest thing. He just won't get many opportunities to play. But when he does, I think he'll be okay. So that's why I'm putting him above all these guys. And next up, I'm going to just put Sam Hartman. And the only reason I put Sam Hartman above Joe Milton is because he's going to have a lot more opportunity to actually see the field, because I think Jaden Daniels' play style is going to result in a lot of injuries, similar to how we saw Anthony Richardson last year. He only played 4 games, but they're similar dual threat playing styles. I just don't think that Jaden Daniels is going to stay that healthy. I don't think Sam Hartman's very good, but at the same time, I mean, I don't believe in Marcus Mariota either as the. I believe he's the second string on that team, so I don't. I think we'll see some Sam Hartman probably this year, maybe next year, depending on Jaden Daniels' health. But I'm not banking on him staying healthy his entire career. So that's why I see Sam Hartman maybe getting some snaps, and maybe he might be good, but he's not going to play very good. But now this is literally all just starters. This is like, okay, well, besides Spencer, but and Jordan Travis, but mainly these are the guys who now I'm going to be like, okay, these guys are legit. These are going to be the good quarterbacks out of this class. Now, if I had to say which QB is going to be next on this list, I'm probably going to have to put Bo Nix, and I hate to do that because I actually like Bo Nix and I like his game, and I think I believe he's a little older than most of these other guys, and I would say, from what I've watched in college last year specifically, he looks very poised, he looks very calm, collected. He looks like that kind of player who is smarter with the ball rather than just being a fuck it, he's down there somewhere kind of guy. I think he's a smart player, and I think he'll probably have a few good years, but he's in Denver, so I just don't think his career is going to turn out very well. Just starting your career in Denver, similar to how Sam Darnold got done dirty. I'm a Sam Darnold supporter, for those who don't know. So where is he? Yeah, how Sam Darnold got done, where he went to the Jets in that time when he went to the Jets in 2018. He got screwed over, and he probably is stunted for the rest of his career. The same way I think Bo Nix is unfortunately going to be stunted. I think Bo Nix will be better than Sam Darnold by the end of his career, though. I will say that. I don't think he's going to be bad. And I'm just going to kind of move on. That makes me sad, so I'm just going to move on. And out of all these guys, I think this is probably going to be the hottest take out of this entire video, and you guys are free to disagree with me, but I'm going to put Jaden Daniels in number 6, and I know that that's crazy, and I know that's insane, but again, I don't think Washington will ever be an elite team, and I think that Jaden Daniels, I just don't think he's going to stay healthy for much of his career. I think he's going to be like an RG3, and I hate that's probably that I think that, but just, you know, the play style, I just feel like there's a big injury risk. The O-line being absolutely atrocious. He's going to be forced to make a lot of scrambles, and yes, he is incredibly talented. He might actually, besides Caleb Williams, he might be the most talented quarterback in this quarterback class. But at the same time, I just don't think his career is going to go as well as any of these guys. If I had to go from here, I'm going to go with... This is tough for me because I'm split between JJ and Spencer. I'm going to go with JJ McCarthy at number 6. And the reason for that is just because I think he's limited. I think he will be good. I think he might actually be great. And I hope I'm wrong because I actually like JJ McCarthy. I think he was a great fit for the Vikings. Having solid weapons and just having a system that works, I think, is the best situation he could have been put in. His situation might be one of the best besides Caleb Williams, besides some of these other guys. I think he might have one of the best situations out of all these quarterbacks, and I think just he'll have opportunity. It's just can he actually capitalize on it, especially because he'll probably be fighting for that spot, and I don't even think he's going to start the year. Like, I think Sam Darnold's probably going to start the year, so we'll see. I think he's going to have a good career. I just don't think he has a very high ceiling, and I just don't think he's not going to be like a dynasty-forming quarterback, not at all. And moving on to number 5, I'm going to go with Spencer Rattler. And I just think he's talented. I think he's underrated. I think he's quick. He's mobile. But I think he's a good passer. I mean, granted, he's not on the level of Jaden Daniels, but at the same time, he's in a way better situation than Jaden Daniels, which is why I predict his career trajectory to be way better than his. That's the main reason, despite the talent difference. It's just that he's going to be sitting behind Derek Carr. And say what you want about Derek Carr, but Derek Carr has been in the league for a very long time, and I think he'll be a great presence for Spencer Rattler, even though Spencer Rattler is obviously not going to start the year. I think just sitting behind Derek Carr and just being able to sit behind a solid starter, I think is going to be good for him. Just in a good situation, on a good team, in a good situation. They're kind of mid eternally, but if he starts over Derek Carr in about maybe 2 to 3 years, then he's going to be on a rookie deal. They'll have a good team. I think they might have a contending shot a few years down the road once Spencer Rattler kind of picks up on some of the things that, you know, NFL QBs do in the way they play. And I know that people aren't going to like this, but I'm going to put Michael Penix Jr. at number 4. And the thing about Michael Penix Jr., I believe that he is probably, to me, he's probably one of the best QBs just as a quarterback. I know he's a little bit older. He's kind of in the senior retirement home with Bo Nix over here, and I know that the situation that he's in Atlanta where he's sitting behind Kirk Cousins. But again, just like Spencer Rattler, he's going to be sitting behind Kirk Cousins, who's far and away better than Derek Carr. Not even close. It's not even a debate. Kirk Cousins is way better than Derek Carr, and the fact that I doubt they're going to play out that whole contract the same way I don't think they're going to play out Derek Carr's contract. They're not going to play out the entire contract for Kirk, and they're probably going to trade him off in about a year or two, and he's going to start sooner than you guys expect. And talent-wise, I love Michael Penix's game. Like, he is so good. I was high on him before. I think it's a travesty that he has to wait. He's one of the only guys who I'd be like, oh yeah, throw him out there. I think he's going to do great. But hey, he's still going to be great. He's going to sit behind Kirk, and I think he's going to have a great career overall because he's going to have that experience, but he's also just so talented with the ball, and he's such a great player that I can't really put him below these other guys because I think he's better than most of these guys. So, yeah, that's the main reason. Now, in third, I'm going to go with Drake May. And again, Drake May, I think he's the second best quarterback in this class behind Caleb Williams. I think he's the second best skill-wise. But again, he's going to a very new, fresh New England team. They just replaced Bill Belichick, literally one of the most iconic coaches, but the most iconic coach of all time in any sport almost. And they're going to have, Gerard Mayo. Very mediocre weapons, whatever O-line, good defense. Can't take that. They have a great defense, but that's not his side of the ball. And I just think he's probably not gonna start behind Brissett, and I think just Brissett's probably gonna start the year. And I think he'll sit, but I think he'll have a rougher start to his career. But if he can get the ball rolling, he might actually have the best career out of anyone. He's great. I love Drake May. I think he's the second best QB in this class, and I think he's gonna have a great career because it's gonna be a little rough at first, but I think he's gonna really pick up the peg, and I think he might be able to form something in New England that's really special. So I like it. And second, I think this is probably a super hot take, but I'm gonna put Jordan Travis in number 2. Again, Jordan Travis, I think, was derailed popularity and stock wise just because of his injury that he faced. I don't remember which team they were playing, but which game it was, but he did suffer that incredibly terrible injury, and I don't believe he participated in the combine either. So, but with that being said, Jordan Travis is it's the sitting thing. I think that's like the common theme we're starting to see, because there's a lot of people who are going to be backups, but there's also a lot of people who are going to be starters, but they're not going to be day oneers. Like, I think Jordan Travis, again, he's obviously not going to start over Rodgers or probably even Tyrod Taylor, but just getting to sit behind one of the greats is the reason. And I don't believe Aaron Rodgers is going to have a very long tenure with New York. I don't believe he has that many years left. So being able to sit behind Aaron Rodgers is one of the greats, one of the top 10 all time, is something that I think is an incredible opportunity. And I believe in Jordan Travis. I think he's going to take that Jets team. They're going to win a championship with Jordan Travis at the helm. I guarantee you guys. Just going to put that out there, predict it. And obviously, number 1, I just got to put Caleb Williams. He's the most talented quarterback in this class. He's the best quarterback in this class from right now. He's being put into the best situation. He's going to be a starter. Even though he isn't sitting behind anyone, he's going to be a day one starter. He has Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift. He's going to be great. He's going to be a great player. And I think that, well, dog's got a lot of words to say. Anyways, I think he's going to be great. He's going to be a great player, and I think he's just going to – he could bring the Bears into a dynasty. Who knows, So that's probably my list. That's about it. If you guys enjoyed, then I'm going to do more of these because I like these. So I'll see you guys later.